Each Tuesday, we're going to tell you exactly what went wrong for teams around the league. I ask myself this question every day. Dan, you first. 4 interceptions for Sam Howell this week. What went wrong?
Week 2, he was so impressive in that comeback and made some throws down the field. You're like, oh my goodness, the aggressive nature that he did it. And then week 3, it bit him in the butt. 3rd and long, you're in field goal range essentially. You force a ball down the middle of the field. Bernard's right there. 3rd and 2, you got pressure, and instead of having a plan for it right before the half, you again just float the ball to the sideline. So I think the biggest thing, coming off of week 1, I said this about Sam Howell, he's got to learn when and when not to. And week 2, he did. Now overly aggressive with the football in week 3. That's what he's got to realize and kind of figure out is when he can and when he shouldn't.
Marcus, the Ravens defense got beat by Gardner Minshew Sunday. What went wrong?
Yeah, I'm concerned about the Ravens' 4-man pass rush. I hate that they have to generate pressure. I know Kyle Hamilton had 3 sacks and the sack fumble, but I want to see this defensive line, Matabike, the addition of the guys that they have up front coming and making plays, getting to the quarterback on a more consistent basis so you don't have to put yourself behind the 8 ball. Now, with that being said, Gardner Minshew made some phenomenal throws, and these receivers made some phenomenal catches now. So I don't want to take that away from them. I just think the Ravens need to live in a 4-man rush a little bit more.
Hawk, the Jags dropped to 1-2 with their loss to Houston this week. What happened?
Yeah, execution. Ridley and Lawrence weren't on the same page. There was way more drops in this game than there should be in an NFL game. False start, illegal formation, receivers falling down, the quarterback tripping the running back. This does not look like the high-powered offense we thought it would be coming into the season. Now, luckily, there is more than enough time to fix it, but the gap between the Jaguars and the rest of the division isn't quite as big as we thought.
Hey, here's my issue. Not only were there more drops for the Jags on Sunday, so far this season, they have more drops than anybody in football. Have you ever been a part of a team that had drop issues? That's a real question. I'm not trying to be funny here.
Are you about to tee up some tape of me or something? Is that?
We would never, okay?
Just making sure. No, I have been. I absolutely have been a part of the team.
Was it a you guys thing or was it a quarterback thing?
It's drops are typically a receiver thing. I'll give you that, Dan.
Was it just Jug's machine work or what?
It's one of those things. Every receiver kind of goes through these, and depending, Ridley's been out of football. He's getting back into the swing of things. Every receiver will go through it. The best ones know how to climb out of it. And
not concerned about Ridley, though, right?
Not at all.
I don't think that's going to be a long-term thing because the connection started off really good. I agree with Hawk. If I had to say offense, defense, special teams, where does it rank with the concerns right now for the Jaguars? Offense would be 3rd. I would say defensively is 1st. Right now, if you go back and watch C.J. Stroud, the blown coverages that led to 3 huge pass plays were a big issue. The safety's playing basically down at the line of scrimmage, and you have a rookie quarterback seeing it going, well, I'm not going to let you do that. And then the blown coverage to pass off the high-low flat corner route leads to a huge Tank Dell touchdown. That would probably be the biggest takeaway coming off this weekend. Also, 13 points on special teams. They had a kick blocked. They missed a field goal, and then they have the long punt return for 80-plus yards. So I don't walk away going, man, I think they're running the football well. I think they're spitting it to the perimeter well. I think the connection with Trevor Lawrence. Now, he did have 1 forced interception. That obviously has to go away. But the biggest thing for the offense for me, and I agree, is just clean up those drops and make sure they don't become the consistent kind of storyline.
I think it's a maturation process for what y'all talking about.
For
this
who?
team. For
the
Jacksonville.
Team?
Yeah, they jumped in the spotlight with a playoff comeback. They still, teams came into the season thinking this is the head honcho in our division.
Right.
Teams are preparing for them now like they supposed to be a playoff team. I think they got to make that adjustment. I hate this, but I need to see more from Trayvon Walker and Josh Allen.
Yeah.
All right, and it really has because these are 2 really good football players. But every time Jacksonville rushed the passer with 4 guys, there was no pressure. There was zeros. C.J. Stroud was able to make throws. A couple times he had to escape outside of the pocket. But when you rush forward with 2 guys that you took in the first round to get after the quarterback, they got to show up. They got to show up, especially in these type of games when you are reeling a little bit from some blown coverages. Yeah. That is the time you're asking those guys, hey, guys, we need to get the ball. We need to get to the quarterback. We need to get him on the ground. I think they'll get it going. Josh Allen is getting to the quarterback, but I need effective plays from those 2 in particular. He
is a little banged up. He's had a shoulder issue.
Injury,
you wonder if that's part of it.
Here's the issue, though. I feel like we've been saying about that about Jacksonville for like 4 years.
They turned it on last year, though, Dan. That playoff run that they made, remember the Dallas game?
Yeah.
When that is when the front start.
They're capable of doing it.
Kind of coming together. I think they are capable of doing it. I don't know what the issue is, and it could be Josh's shoulder, but Trayvon Walker is not. Every rush is a bull rush.
Right.
Yeah.
There is. I'm watching these guys use hands. I'm watching these guys use rip moves. He has to find something that he can consistently win with. Right now, I don't think he has that tool in his bag.
Hawk, I just want to update something. So Hawk had 9 career drops in your entire career.
That's a hell of a career.
The Jaguars, through 3 games, have 8. So
Can you still play?
No. And I only played 1 season in the league. No, I'm kidding.
No,
I was
wait,
active
how
2
many
games. No.
It was like 13 seasons.
You'd have been fired.
Man,
You'd have been